are doing an internet historian theme day. Today we're gonna be watching, starting off, the failure of the Fyre festival. I don't know what this is, but let's check it out. This video satire. Behave myself. Am I behaved?
Hi there. You're probably wondering how I got this tan. Well, let me tell you the story. It begins with a man by the name of Billy McFarland. Billy was a good boy. At 22, he had dreams of becoming a super wealthy entrepreneur, dropping out of college to start a business called Magnesis. Over the years, he managed to network with some powerful people. One of them was Ja Rule. Translated from German, I believe it means, yes, rule.
Well, he really needed to translate that.
Over drinks, he pitched an idea. Here's an accurate recreation of that event.
Mr. Rule, he said, I have a brilliant idea.
Like, word, like, yo, what happened? I'm like, yo, this thing too wild, fucking his bitch.
Precisely. Great minds think alike. It will be 2 weeks of absolute luxury in the Bahamas.
The Bahamas?
Mr. Rule.
Wait, did they have that kind of relationship, Mr. I forgot his name already. The Bahamas guy and Ja Rules?
Promotion began in late 2016. Fyre promised beaches, ladies.
Oh, it's pronounced Fyre. Oh, it's a festival. Oh, I get it. Okay.
Gourmet food, luxury villas. Hosted on a private island in the Bahamas called Fyre Cay, once owned by Pablo Escobar. VIP tickets up to $250,000. Swimming pigs. Blink 182.
Wow.
Major laser. A steel drum. Welcome to Fyre Festival. The best 2 damn weeks of your life. I bought my ticket immediately. The day arrives. About 5,000 people are making their way directly from Miami Airport, and there are huge delays to get to Fyre Cay. Although I shouldn't say Fyre Cay, because it doesn't exist. In the marketing, they referenced this island, which is actually Norman's Cay, run by George Young, not Pablo, by the way. But
okay, is this a bad time to ask? I was apprehensive asking who's Pablo Escobar. I've heard the name before, but I think of penguins when I think of Pablo Escobar. Is this guy like the guy? Is he lit? Wait, the island doesn't exist?
That doesn't matter because we're not going there either. We're going to Great Exuma. Private island? Forget that. Population, 7,000. In fact, we're basically in the parking lot of a sandals resort. In the end, only about 500 of us make it to the...
He's a drug lord? Oh my god, what? Wait, what the hell? The Pablo Escobar was a penguin? What? What? Is there a video on this drug dealer you speak of? The biggest drug trafficker in Colombia history. Oh my god! That's so bad. In no way was I prepared to learn that the guy I thought was a penguin was a drug lord. That's insane! What? Oh my god. Yeah, the internet historian got some nice shades, so I'm excited to see what island he fucking goes on. That's insane. What the fuck? You think of Pablo from the fucking Backyardigans? Oh my god, I might be. I might actually be. I watch the Backyardigans like fucking religiously. Holy shit. What? I'm shocked. Oh my god, I'm shocked. Wait, Pablo's like my childhood hero. Oh my god. Oh my god.
The island. The remaining customers' flights are cancelled. You're about to see why. We're hauled onto a school bus and taken to the site, a gravel lot with a bunch of FEMA tents.
FEMA!
Remember those promises of luxurious villas? Pranked ya? Enjoy your stay, and don't forget your complimentary cup of UNICEF rice. Once there, no one knows whose tent belongs to whom.
$12,000 for a tent? That's crazy, dude. You know how many Nikkei summons I could buy with that?
So staff try getting everyone into a line. Then they abandon that idea and tell everyone it's a free-for-all. Expecting a party, this guy took all of his drugs on the flight over. He's the only one having any fun.
Actually?
Everyone else is grumpy because it's been 5 hours and there's no food. In lieu of food, staff decide to start handing out tons of free tequila. This only exacerbates problems.
I don't, you know, I mean, I feel like alcohol's the solution to starvation, right?
Once the food does arrive, it's just as delectable as promised, though. Gourmet craft single there. A few hours
Oh my
later,
God.
the bags arrive on a shipping container. It was getting dark and there was no lighting.
So everybody's walking around with their cell phones trying to look for their luggage.
Plenty of people had their luggage stolen.
This is
But don't worry, if
crazy.
you have any valuables, the festival advertised top-notch security. Here it is. But no one told guests they had to provide their own lock. There were rooms
This is crazy. Wait, doesn't this go against laws? Where it was like, sounds really illegal. Everything that's happening, like, wow.
of muggings by the locals.
Muggings.
Feral dogs.
A tent supposedly caught fire. The
What the
closest beach
fuck?
has a rampant shark problem. Staff don't have any uniforms or walkie-talkies, so no one knows who's in charge, and the people who are in charge can't talk to each other. Here's the bathroom. Many staff
Ew.
quit after only a couple of hours. For the few customers who were willing to just make the most of it and enjoy the music, they had some bad news too. All of the major musical acts pulled out. In fact,
Seriously?
Major Lazer wasn't even confirmed to go in the first place. The event was promoted as cashless, so all people had were these useless Disney bucks on their Fyre band, which meant they couldn't buy anything or catch a cab if they were stranded. And even with only 500 people, there are too few tents and beds, so everyone is just stealing each other's. And
That's
for any of you
crazy.
thinking you could just escape to the sandals, bad luck. It's peak season and they are absolutely full. People are reaching out to the embassy for help. After a few hours, most people chose to go back to the airport, and the rest were forced back home when the Bahamian government stepped in. The festival was closed.
The government closed the Fyre festival. Wait, like, did they do anything else? Like, damn.
But the exodus from the island made its
Wait, what did the subtitle say?
was closed.
This time not due to AIDS. What the fuck does AIDS have to do with the Fyre festival?
But the exodus from the island made its own problems. Guests spent hours dehydrated and hung over in a hot building. Why staff locked the door isn't entirely known,
What the F?
but one girl fainted before they were finally reopened.
No.
Everyone gets home, and that was the end of it. Except for me. I was rescuing someone, helping them out, and I got lost in the woods. Anyway, back at home, the shitstorm on social media was just
Oh my
ramping up.
god.
The Reddit Fyre Festival was created, and it started documenting everything that went wrong at the event.
That's
People were
insane.
circulating a fake tweet by Jar that the whole thing was a social experiment. Some wholesome festival memes there. And it quickly turned into a marketing case study of what not to do.
Damn, dude. Fun fact, the food at the event was forcefully donated because Fyre wouldn't pay for it. That's insane. Well, that's really sweet to the local owners and stuff, you know, to give food out to these people, but wait, shouldn't we like sue the shit out of who made this event? That's crazy.
In response, Fyre started serving cease and desist letters to stop people from saying mean things about them.
What? Cease and desist? That's crazy.
Mr. Rule released an official statement online, both apologizing and saying that it's not his fault. Interestingly,
Screaming.
he wasn't even on the island at the time. He was giving a concert in Chicago.
What
Although,
the
to their
fuck?
credit, they offer everyone a full refund.
Okay.
Or you could always let it ride and opt in for tickets to 2018's Fyre Festival.
And a VIP ticket to next year's Fyre Festival. If they decide to go. Exactly.
Meanwhile, Billy
Really? What the hell? The audacity. I mean, at least they're offering refunds, but like the audacity. Hey, you don't actually have to refund. How about you come again next year when we try? That's crazy. The audacity.
is on full damage control. He claims that a storm came in the night before and changed all of the marketing into lies.
We got to a
What?
point that we were very excited about on Wednesday night with how the two sites looked, and we got hit by a big storm.
But the apologies weren't enough. A few days later, and the first lawsuit was served.
Oh yeah,
Attorney
lawsuits.
Ben Mysalis doesn't think it's funny. He's filed a $100 million class action lawsuit
Yeah.
against the organizers.
Then another suit. Then 7 more.
Oh.
Then the feds got involved. claiming Billy had committed
The
wire fraud,
feds.
serious charges with serious prison time. More on that later.
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. This is the best I can do.
Right now, let's go into the history of Fyre Festival. The marketing was clever. To get the word out, they got in touch with about 400 influencers, Instagram celebrities, and they offered them VIP tickets or cash to promote the event. They even managed to get Kendall Jenner to post about it. Rumor has it she was paid $250,000 for this post.
What the F?
Their marketing worked though. The festival sold out. So how did it go so wrong? Let's start with the money. During the planning process, a consultant came in and said the festival would cost $50 million and require another year of organization.
They should have planned this 2 whole years out.
This is after they made all the promises, and they had nothing near that amount, so they started cutting expenses way back. Remember those luxury villas? They were going to cost $10 million alone, so they scrapped them. Now everyone gets a tent.
I'm screaming.
Deposits for the bands? Nope. Food, infrastructure, staff, all were cut back. But, you may ask, how did they have so little cash if they sold out? It's the price. It was way too low. Now wait a minute. Up to $250,000 a ticket is too low.
Oh my god.
In fact, on social media, people were so merciless and unsympathetic towards the guests because they thought it was a bunch of rich kids paying for tickets with a starting price of $12,000. And you can thank fake news for that assumption.
That's crazy. That's a lot. Is that actually how much the tickets cost?
You see that number repeated everywhere. But actually, very few were paying even close to that amount.
Okay, they
The
weren't.
standard price was around $1,200.
Oh.
Which, if you think about 2 weeks in the Bahamas with practically all of your expenses taken care of, that's pretty bloody good.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
In fact, some tickets were as low as $500.
500?
6 months ago, got together and got the early bird special for about $500, and this covered food, transportation, ticket, and somewhere to sleep.
How on earth were they going to break even with that? They weren't. And on the flip side, there's no proof whatsoever that anyone purchased a $250,000 ticket. So basically, they're stuffed. Billy has to start taking tough short-term loans just to keep afloat. Which, by the way, is why they did the Fyre bans. It was to raise cash. It's reported that up to $2 million in Firebucks in-game currency was spent in the lead-up to the event. But this wasn't even close to enough. Practically broke, and with the event only a few weeks away, the more experienced staff suggested postponing. But thanks to those short-term loans, he couldn't. So he insisted on going forward. Those staff tried to control the damage by telling celebrities and public figures not to go.
How was the Fyre Festival?
Damn!
So, Billy and Jar are in some serious trouble. But let's please have one failed festival that has a sequel. Well...
Wait!
Billy is out on $300,000 bail. His assets were frozen as at May 18th. He dropped his expensive attorneys. He's selling his property in New York. He tried to sell the leases for $150,000, but it was cancelled for being fraudulent. Massively in debt and with no hope of paying it back, Fyre went into involuntary bankruptcy. And that is the end of Fyre Festival. I'll keep you posted about whether Billy is going to jail. So long, Fyre Festival. You were too beautiful for this world. And as for me, well, it's time to go home.
What the fuck? He's on a raft! No! No! That's crazy, wow. That's actually crazy. What the heck? I didn't even know such a thing exists. That's a crazy scam. Did the guy end up going to jail? No, I feel so bad for the people that like went. Like they got hella scammed. They lost their possessions. Some people lost their luggages and stuff. And most of all, it's just a waste of time. Billy went to jail for a while, by the way. That's kind of deserved, you know? You just scammed a bunch of these people. Why make crazy promises when you can't pull it through? That's crazy. Wait, what about the rules? Did the rules do anything of... I don't even know who the rules... what his significance was in this. Wasn't he, like, advertising the event too? Well, that was a hot mess. Well... Well, thank you guys for coming here and learning about the Fyre Festival with me. I didn't know this exists, so it's really interesting to learn. I'll see you guys in the next video. Wah!